The Civil Service Commission is a group of 3 individuals who've been appointed by the city manager to 6-year terms, and their responsibilities are to review the hiring process of all public service employees. That would be firefighters and police officers. The value of the Civil Service Commission is it meets our requirements. It's also an opportunity for our community to get involved in the things that we do in city government. So I'd like to say thank you on behalf of the city and the city council to all of the boards and commissioners, and in particular to this group of 3 for their long service.
Cultural Arts Commission was formed in 2002, and it advises the council on investments in art and culture. It provides us guidance on the 1% for the arts, and an example of which is right behind us. I think we see it in this town as a reminder of how beautiful the diversity and culture can be. I just want to thank all those that serve on the commission and have served on the commission for all their hard work, dedication, and the contribution to the city. And looking for new members soon.
The Design Review Board makes decisions working in cooperation with those that are proposing significant development on the outside envelope of a design and of a building. The visual aspects of our major developments are in fact approved by the Design Review Board. Having local input and local considerations is extremely important in what Kirkland looks like. Design Review Board works extraordinarily hard on major developments and even on some smaller developments, and we really appreciate the contribution, and you can tell that Kirkland has a very good design review process when you start comparing us to other communities around the region. Thank you.
The Disability Board is a small group of people with the task of reviewing and approving medical claims for our brave retired firemen and law enforcement officials. Thank you very much for those that serve on the board, and thank you to all our retired firefighters and law enforcement officers.
The Kirkland Landmarks Commission represents the city of Kirkland on the King County Landmarks Commission, and this representative looks out for our local heritage. The Landmarks Commission really helps in identifying and preserving those landmarks that we want to make sure future generations are aware of. Thank you for your service on the Landmarks Commission.
The Houghton Community Council has jurisdiction approval authority over any land use, structures, or buildings that go within the town of Houghton. And the town of Houghton was incorporated within Kirkland in 1968. Houghton consists of Central Houghton, Lakeview, and part of Bridle Trails. I just want to thank all the awesome Houghton Community Council members for the work that they do to serve the city of Houghton and the citizens of Kirkland. Thank you for your service.
Well, our Human Services Commission examines the human needs of those that need assistance in Kirkland and provides recommendations to the City Council. The Human Services Commission changes lives and it changes futures. It's an investment in our community to make things and give an equal chance, an equitable chance for everyone to succeed. Thank you very much for the efforts that you've done in making Kirkland a better place and building better futures for our residents in need. Your efforts on the Human Service Commission are absolutely valuable to us today and to the futures of our citizens.
The members of the Kirkland Youth Council, and there's about 40 of them, do a lot of important things for the city. They run the Youth Traffic Court. They help run the Teen Center. They produce an annual Youth Summit. They do a number of service projects all throughout the city. But most importantly, they advise the City Council on issues important to youth. And they also do outreach to their peers on issues that are important to the cities to encourage participation and giving us their feedback. They're the future of our community, and unless we can build programs that help them be successful, then we're not fulfilling our responsibility as a council. We very much appreciate the many hours of hard work that the members of the Kirkland Youth Council put into serving our community.
The library board consists of 5 adults and 1 youth member selected by the city council, but serving with the King County Library Association in terms of both promoting the library, but also assuring that there is a huge diversity of interesting and fulfilling materials in the library, enough to meet all of Kirkland's needs. Thank you to all of you who serve on the library board. You're doing a great job.
The Park Board serves as your voice to the City Council on anything to do with parks. They're a great group of volunteers who play in our parks, recreate in our parks, send their children to park programs, and they are your voice to City Council on any issues to do with parks. Thank you to the wonderful members of the Park Board. I love you. You do a great job. Thanks for your service.
Kirkland, in creating the 2035 plan, envisioned a vibrant, connected, green, sustainable, walkable city. And the Planning Commission really does all the work to make that happen. It's about building 10-minute neighborhoods. It's about making Totem Lake happen. It's about recommitting to our neighborhood planning process. The City Council really appreciates the work you do. We'd like to thank the members of the Planning Commission for your service.
So the Salary Commission is an organization that's set by state law that sets the salaries and healthcare benefits of the city council members in the city of Kirkland. So all of our city council members serve because they love the city of Kirkland, but it's also a job. And so what the Salary Commission does is, in an independent and objective way, is they set salaries and benefits for the city council that are competitive with those jobs around the region. And so what that helps us do is make sure that we have the best and the brightest who want to serve on our city council. So on behalf of the City of Kirkland, I'd like to thank the 3 members of the Salary Commission for the important work that they do for us all. Thank you.
The Senior Council was established in 2002 to advise the City Council on how to make Kirkland a safe and vibrant community for those over 50. And what's been great about the Senior Council is they've taken the role with such energy. It's not just about advising us. They're actually doing the work to make this a safe, vibrant, inclusive community for everybody. You look at Viva Volunteers, the art fair, the health fair, the informational meetings. All this work contributes mightily to the vibrant community that we envision. To the members of the Senior Council, thank you so much for all your work and all your volunteering and all your energy.
The Tourism Development Committee is created by state law, and it consists of 3 people from the hotel industry who pay hotel motel tax, and 3 people who are eligible to receive the hotel motel tax to try to promote tourism in Kirkland. Plus, the chair of the Tourism Development Committee is a member of the City Council. That would be me. Among the things that are funded through our tourism development funds are the city's tourism website, explorekirkland.com, which tells people all about the different things to do around Kirkland. And also we use some funding to help promote all the events we have in Kirkland. There's over 20 different events that we hold, including the Softball World Series, and Summerfest and Winterfest, the 4th of July. All of these are supported from a promotional capability by the Tourism Development Funds. We very much appreciate the hard work put in by the members of the Tourism Development Committee to help promote the businesses throughout Kirkland by bringing more tourists to the city. Thank you.
Well, in Kirkland, providing a safe and reliable transportation system for all modes of travel is of critical importance, and therefore we have a transportation commission that provides input. Actually, more than half of the commissioners are made up of experts in the transportation profession. And so we're basically getting free advice from these experts that live in our community, that use our transportation system, and then can provide us meaningful information on how we can do better, how we can continue to improve, how we can build the projects that the community desires and needs, how we can work with our regional partners better, Metro, WashDOT, Sound Transit, and then how can we engage our community better to make more informed decisions around those investments that we need to be making. I'm here today because I got my start serving on the Transportation Commission, getting involved in the community, finding something that I was passionate about, and you just never know where these types of volunteer opportunities will lead down the road. Just want to say thank you to all the commissioners on the Transportation Commission. Thank you for your service and the hours that you contribute to the city.